What
What's
timing?
up, champ? You look good up there,
what
buddy.
timing? Chael, Daniel, we were just talking about you.
I will happily give him the assessment.
Please. Chael,
Where do I go from here?
First of all, how are you?
I'm great.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
The pants up high.
Yes.
Nice.
It is actually very nice that you came and joined us. I mean, you owe yourself a little bit of time, my friend. Are you going to get any tonight?
No, I'm going to go and hang out with my family and then go fight and defend this belt tomorrow.
You got no choice.
Got no choice.
May I ask you a direct question?
Yes.
How was your hand?
Great. I feel fantastic. I mean, when they called me initially, I was just starting my rehab. And you know when you get rehab on a knee, on a hand, anything, they're grinding on it. They're twisting it. They're doing everything to try and see if you're okay. Well, I wasn't. It was still very sore. They called me about a month later, and I wasn't right out of rehab. I said, let me go see if I can punch. Once I started punching and my hand didn't hurt, I was like, I'll take the fight.
Cool.
Chael, you were just
Okay,
throwing out a
here
theory.
is my assessment,
Please.
if you will, for Ariel. Okay,
Yeah.
I do not think when I'm seeing you complimenting Derrick Lewis leading in this fight that you're trying to sell tickets. I don't think you're trying to convince the world, hey, make sure you tune in because this guy can beat me. I believe psychologically you are in a different spot for the first time. You are expecting to win, but you know enough about Daniel Cormier to know you need to have a fear inside of you. You need to go to bed tonight and know I could lose it all tonight. I need to get up tomorrow. I need to go through my process, and I need to take this man seriously. My argument is that you aren't trying to convince the people. You're trying to convince yourself. Am I right?
I think I'm trying to let people know that this guy is deserving, right? I believe that this guy, and you know, maybe you're right in essence, right? Because it's not about make sure you tune in. I'm just trying to tell you why this guy's in this spot. And I need you to understand that there is no part of me that's taking this fight lightly. Chael, we've all been in spots before where we're supposed to win. I mean, I was minus 1,100 against Patrick Cummins. I was minus 900 against Dan Henderson. And I went out there and I did what I did. I'm one of those guys that has seen such a bad side of sport. I mean, from the Olympics, you and I have been on the same career path our whole life. That I cannot afford to take anything for granted. And I want everybody to understand that.
I noticed on the microphone just moments ago, you called yourself the GOAT.
Yes.
You said, I'm the man. My name is Daniel Cormier. That's not something you've done in the past often.
No.
Why now?
Just because, you know, I understand who was just out in front of me, you know, and
who's that?
You know, Gustafson and Jones.
Okay.
You know, and I understand they're going to be fighting for that title. And but hey, I'm over here defending the heavyweight belt. I'm the guy that's won them both. You know, I didn't sit comfortably at 205 as comfortable as you can be cutting all the weight, but I could have been down there fighting guys like Volkan or Alex again, who I had beaten. You know, I went up and challenged the greatest heavyweight of all time. And I think we have to make sure that we don't get too excited about what's returning and forget about what's been here the whole time.
Did you watch the press conference?
I didn't watch it. I got some updates from one of my buddies.
Okay. And just curious, earlier today, I do believe that you weighed in heavier than you've ever weighed in before, 251, right?
Well, yes. Not necessarily. I was 253 one time for a fight against Soa Palele.
Okay. In your UFC and
career,
Strikeforce career, right? Any particular, just short notice, or is there a reason for that?
Short notice. Obviously, you know, Derrick Lewis is a bigger guy, too. But the reality is I weigh 250 pounds. I mean, that's what I cut to 205 from, 250 pounds. But this morning, I got up and I ate breakfast, and then I just came to weigh-ins. Last time I ate breakfast after an 8-week camp and weighed 245. This time I ate breakfast after a 3-week camp and weighed 250. But think 5 more weeks, you know, of training, I might have been smaller than I even was for the Miocic fight. It's just a short camp, and honestly, I really don't care about what the scale says anymore because it hasn't shown a difference in my performances, unless I start weighing 260, 270 now. But between 240 and 250, there is no difference. I mean, this training camp, Chael, I had 3 weeks. If I weighed 260 pounds and lost 10, I've been training around 255, 260 pounds. So I feel good.
And Eric, can I say this about him because I feel like he won't say it about himself? We still don't know what his ideal weight class is. I have seen him at 184 pounds, at 197 pounds, at 205 pounds, at 211 pounds, at 213 pounds, at 228 pounds, at 248 pounds versus Stipe, and now we're going to see it at 251, and maybe his ideal weight is 255, so let's not make too much about it.
No, I was just wondering if it was strategic. I know it was a short notice fight.
It's not. It wasn't strategic. I mean, it's just, again, what's the number mean when I can weigh 265?
Now, One other thing that I wanted to ask you about was just this week in New York City. You have been the star here, right? It has been the Daniel Cormier show, and every time I feel like I mention, oh, DC's on halftime of the NFL, people keep writing, this is a lot of stuff that DC is doing. And you even went on Twitter and said, man, I just stalked for 13 hours. Has it gone to be too much? Was there ever a point where you're feeling like, I'm putting on like, has this become a distraction at this point?
If I was fighting at 205, it would be a problem. But fighting at heavyweight, I mean, what's taking 30 minutes to get on a bike cab? Is it bike cab?
Yes.
A bike cab to drive up to 6th Avenue, which is only 5 minutes, to do a segment on the biggest sporting event going on a Thursday night in the country to try and help promote a fight. I mean, this is what I do, and back in the day when Chael and I worked together, even now, Chael will work the week before a fight. It's just what you do, and I prefer to stay busy. I look at my fights, honestly, like another hard sparring day. That's what I look at. My week stays the same. All week I've been sparring. I've been grappling. I just do everything the same until I get to fight night, and then I go fight.
We wish you the best.
Yes.
We ran out of time. I really wanted to ask you about the time you guys were training at AKA. Chael told me he tapped you a couple times at the gym.
Chael's the man.
Chael
is
absolutely impressive.
Hey, look at this though. Look at this though.
Yes, what is that?
I come to MSG, and I've just gotten so many gifts. I got a brand new necklace. Look at that. This thing's got a fleur-de-lis on it because I love Louisiana.
Yes.
And then on the back, Daniel DC Cormier,
That's beautiful.
double champion.
Wow.
I also got a ticket that's made out of silver of Madison Square Garden, and then listen to this one, the topper of it all. A massive picture. On one side is me in the elevator shaft from Thursday. On the other side, me on the wrestling mat celebrating in 2003 after I won my match in the World Championships. It says Daniel Cormier, part of the world's greatest arena's history since 2003.
Wow, that's special.
When you
Almost
say you
made me
got
cry.
that, that's beautiful. I'm very happy. Who gave that to you? Fans?
The Madison Square Garden gave it to me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
MSG gave me that, and then
that's respect.
the partner of the UFC jewelry gave me this, and then I also got a couple other things. This is the best. You got to fight in New York. It's the best.
For sure.
Forget about the state taxes. You get nice gifts.
I think I just got my state tax.
That's right. It's good to be the king. Daniel, we appreciate it, and I'm just joking. Chael said he didn't tap you multiple
Chael's the
times. Just
man.
once.
I said
He just
wonderful
once.
things
Just
about how
once.
nice he treated me.